As a formal clarification for everybody. Ito po, Mr. Chairman, ay tungkol sa case rate system. Simula nang umpisa natin ang case rate system, every year, ang observation ng COA ay i-review yung kanilang policy regarding overpayment. And Mr. Mas, will you please listen? Okay. Yung sinasabi natin na underpayment, when it comes to private hospital, kung ang case rate ay mas mababa kesa sa actual billing, the patient is still liable to pay the difference. Tama po ba? Private hospital.
Mr. Chair, yes.
Kahit na yung pasyente na nasa private hospital ay senior citizen o kaya 4Ps o kaya National Household Targeting System ang kanilang Philhealth membership. Tama po ba?
Mr. Chair, yes.
Yes. Sa madaling sabi, insofar as private hospitals are concerned, there will be no underpayment because they can always demand for the balance. Yes or no?
Mr. Chair, yes.
Oh yes. And therefore, pero bagamat walang underpayment sa private hospital, nagkakaroon ng overpayment. Yes or no?
Mr. Chair, pwede po mangyari.
Oh, kung sakaling ang bilamang sa hospital is only 10,000 at inyong case rate ay 25,000, ang ibabayad nyo ay 25,000.
Mr. Chair, yes.
Correct. When it comes to public hospital, yung mga direct members, SSS, GSIS employed, pag sila'y na hospital at ang billing nila ay mas mataas kaysa sa inyong case rate, kahit na sila ay nasa public hospital, they are liable to pay the difference.
Mr. Chair, yes.
Yes. Kaya magkakaroon lamang ng overpayment ang mga direct members sa ospital kung ang bill nila ay mas mababa kaysa case rate. Correct or not?
Yes, Mr. Chair, but...
Kaya yung no balance billing natin, it applies only, number 1, to senior citizens. Number 2, National Household Targeting System. Number 3, 4Ps. Number 4, PWDs, under certain cases, pati na sa POS. Dito sa mga kasong to, talagang no balance billing. Ibig sabihin, kung mas mataas ang bill nila kaysa sa inyong case rate, wala silang dapat bayaran.
Mr. Chair, yes.
Yes. At kung sakasakali naman, ang bill nila ay mas mababa kaysa sa inyong case rate, yung mataas na case rate ang inyong ibabayad sa mga public hospitals.
Mr. Chair, yes.
And the same rule is applicable insofar as COVID patients are concerned.
Mr. Chair, for COVID po kasi, the no copay is for everyone.
No?
The no copay policy is for everyone, be it in private, in public, except for those rooms with amenities.
Except for those who, sa COVID patient, wala silang dapat bayaran sa public at sa private.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Under all instances.
Yes.
At
Po ang
ito
nasa
ba ang
polisiya.
dahilan kung bakit ang private hospital, laging sinasabi, puno na ang kanilang pagamutan, no more beds available kasi hindi sila makahingi, hindi sila makakasingil ng mas mataas. You report on that in writing.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Honorable Barsaga, okay. Ito na po yung ating huling hearing para dito sa PhilHealth. As per agreement, we will be discussing the providing, yes. Attorney Pukalyan.
Well, of course, we have to clarify certain issues from Attorney Pukalyan. I'm sorry that I had to move na makontem siya last time. Dinitay natin siya dito sa House up to Monday. And I read from the newspapers na itong perpetual succor is not the first time na binago ng PhilHealth ang desisyon ng husgado. Meron siyang kinote na Medina. Unang-una, Attorney Pukalyan, after hearing Yusek Sugay, ang PhilHealth ba mayroong karapatan na baguhin o i-modify ang desisyon ng Supreme Court, ng Korte Suprema or RTC?
Sir, I think you are correct, sir, no? That the decision of the court should not be modified, especially if it is already final and executory.
By any administrative agency of the government? Because, yes?
Yes, sir.
At kung sakasakaling babaguhin, in the interest of substantial justice, it should be the court which render the decision which should modify the decision. Second, binanggit mo sa pahayagan na hindi ito ang unang kaso. Meron kang sinabing Medina case.
Yes,
When
sir.
was the Medina case?
Sir, during, I think, the case was discussed sometime in May of 2018.
Okay, aside from Medina case, meron pa bang mga naunang cases na minodify ng PhilHealth ang desisyon ng husgado?
Yes, sir po.
Kailan yan? At anong kaso?
Yes, sir. Even before the issuance of legal opinion in June 2018, the Philhealth Board has previously modified decisions which already attained finality and affirmed by the courts, like the Health Serve Los Baños through PBR 2067 series of 2016, Dr. Esther Garcia General
What year?
2016 po.
16.
Opo. Then the case of Dr. Esther Garcia General Hospital, PBR 1726, series of 2013. Mercado Medical Clinic, PBR 1765, series of 2013. And UERM Memorial Medical Center, PBR 1681, series of 2012 po.
Mr. Chairman, what's the nature of these resolutions? What's the nature of the cases where PhilHealth Board modified? Kagaya nung sa Mercado Clinic, what was the decision and how was it modified?
Mr. Chair, I think these are all cases litigated or resolved by the Committee on Appealed Administrative Cases. This is CAAC. Okay? I think, Mr. Chair, we should require PhilHealth to submit to us the list of cases, administrative cases, under which that PhilHealth Resolution 2334 was applied. You will realize that particular resolution was used in changing the suspension orders of these PhilHealth healthcare institutions into the maximization of fines and restitution of whatever benefits they receive. This was the very use of that PhilHealth resolution. Mr. Chair, I think PhilHealth should give us the list of all these cases. Marami ito, Congressman Barsaga, para malaman natin.
Honorable Rimulya, Honorable Marcoleta, because of the circumstances na mahipit po tayo sa oras and we still have to finalize our...
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Chair. Yeah,
yung
we
policy lang
will
behind
order the PhilHealth, yung pong cases ninyo.
Mr. Chairman,
that have
i-clarify
been,
ko lang. Yung policy.
Yes, in particular,
Attorney
can you please submit to us these cases for consideration of the committee? Kahit soft copy na lang po. Honorable
Yes, sir.
Rimulya.
Attorney Pokalyan,
Yes,
naging
sir.
habit na ng PhilHealth na yung suspensions ng hospitals ay inyong binabaliwala at nag-administer na lang kayo ng fine parang ginawa sa Perpetual Succor Hospital. Laging common na yan, practice na yan. Attorney Pokalyan.
Sir, sorry sir, medyo hindi ko po masyadong na...
Hindi, yung sinabi nyo kanina, yung decisions ng court, hindi nyo na lang ine-enforce yung suspension, fina-fine nyo na lang yung mga those found guilty, instead of being suspended from PhilHealth accreditation, you leave them as is, and you do not implement the suspensions. Instead, you just pay the fine. Ganun ba? Totoo
Yes
ba
sir
yun?
po. In the cases I mentioned, fine na lang po yung inimpose.
In other words, there is very little chance that an offending healthcare institution will ever be suspended by PhilHealth because PhilHealth has the policy of just letting go of these decisions of the courts against healthcare institutions. Am I correct?
Yes, sir po.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank
Chair.
you, Honorable
Mr. Chair.
Honorable Deputy Speaker.
Let us not forget as well, Mr. Chair, that the same person, Attorney Roger Pucolian, was the one who signed and issued a certificate of buying the desktops and laptops, which is not permitted under GAA 2018 under Section 23. So siya rin din po yung nag-sign at siya rin yung nag-sign on behalf of BP Rodolfo Attorney Del Rosario.
Okay.
Baka
Noted.
kasi nakakalimutan natin, Mr. Chairman, bawal, ginawa pa rin niya.
Noted. That will be part of our discussion on the IT aspect of the committee report. Before Honorable Marcoleta, before we continue, can I just allow the Philippine Hospitals Association to give their manifestation? Are they there in Zoom? Philippine Hospital Association. Private Hospitals Association.
Your Honor?
Yes, go ahead, ma'am.
Yes, I think the executive director is no longer around. May I please have do I need to swear in?
No, not anymore. If you're just making a manifestation, go ahead. You have a statement.
Okay. This is Dr. Valera, but I just want to read the manifestation of the Private Hospital Association as requested because I think they're no longer around. Just to make it quick, that PHAPI find it unfortunate that former President and other professionals as the source of corruption accordingly, since hospitals are the ones receiving money. These healthcare providers in a bad light, which is totally unacceptable, having seen how our member hospitals have sacrificed beyond words in our daily fight against COVID, and who, regardless of situations, have served well the Filipino people. Before we point the finger at blame,
Ma'am, do you have a
we ask
video?
if it is fair to generalize all of us. Given the omnipotent powers of PhilHealth, from evaluation to payment or even ending in denial of claims, how can one logical mind say that fraud is committed by hospitals and doctors? Curbing corruption makes more political sense than ever before, so we could progressively realize universal health care in the country. That ultimately is the long-term interest of all layers of society. And PHAPI is the first in line to protect that interest and shield social policy so as to eliminate the marginalization of the disadvantaged. The healthcare industry is well known for dynamism and resiliency. We will pursue and deepen the burgeoning momentum for change and seek solution to the ailment plaguing PhilHealth before it becomes incurable. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Marcoleta.
Mr. Chair, wind up ko lang yung tungkol sa sinasabi ko kanina na magsaysay shipping. Ang sabi ni Dr. Pargas, nakolekta na. Lahat ba ay nakolekta o meron pang kukolektahin, Dr. Pargas?
Mr. Chair, according to the updated report of the NCR, this is as of September. The report was made September 2. They have computed penalty for the late remittance based on the submitted list of premiums from 2015 to 2018 by the MMC. The MMC already paid 1.6 million as penalty for the late remittances, and MMC was billed amounting to an aggregate amount of 12.6 million for 1,207 claims for 2019 and 1.3 million for 117 claims this 2020. They have already submitted the RF1 or the report soft copy from 2015 to 2018, and there is an ongoing validation by the Collection Section Data Management Unit from January 2018 onwards, and the corrections or encountered errors were given to MMC already for the amendment. From March 2015 to December 2017, It was already validated and now ready for uploading and
Dapat kasi
posting.
kanina mo pa tinotal yan eh. Itatanong ko lang sa'yo, may kukolektahan pa ba? Kasi
Yes, Mr. Chair.
marami pa yan eh.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Oh. Ito yung nagiging malaki talaga yan. Lalong-lalo na yung POAA. Ngayon, ang tinatanong namin kanina kay dating Regional Vice President ng RPO NCR, kung meron siyang ginawa man lang na aksyon para usigin itong mga taong ito. Matay ko mang isipin, wala siyang ginagawa. Ang totoo niyan, dapat magpasalamat siya kay Mr. Sarmiento sapagkat siya yung unang nakatuklas niyan at kung hindi dahil sa kanya, hindi lahat mauusisa ang mga bagay na yan para sa kapakinabangan ng PhilHealth. Ngayon, kahit na mabayaran lahat, makolekta lahat ang pondo na yan, pero yung taong usigin ninyo, yung taong aasuntuhin, wala kahit isa. Ito yung napakasamang epekto, record ng RPO NCR sapagkat kahit na mabunyag ang isang napakalaking sindikato, maaring makolekta ninyo. Pero tikom ang bibig nyo eh. Tali ang kamay ninyo kung pag-uusapan ay uusigin ng mga taong may kinalaman dyan. Hindi ba, Mr. Mas, kayo po ay nasa under suspension ngayon?
Yes, sir.
Dahil
Kasama
nga
ng-
meron kayong kaso sa ombudsman, tama ho ba?
Yun, sir. Yung
Pagkatapos
last week.
ay dahil nga dito sa hindi ninyo paggalaw sa mga bagay na ito, di man lang kayo kinakitaan ng interes na personal, kayo po ang Vice President noon, hanggang sa matanggal nga si Mr. Sarmiento, parang natutuwa pa kayo at naalis doon at ngayon nga ay mas masaya pa siya na sa POA na siya. Pero habang kayo po ay nakasuspende, totoo po ba na kayo pinalitan sumandali ni Mr. Walter Bacaresa siya maging OIC?
Sir, pag suspended ka ho, hindi ka na pwedeng pumasok sa office.
Oo nga,
Hindi
totoo
ko alam,
ba?
sir. Hindi ko alam, sir. Narinig ko lang kanina dito na papalitan daw ako ni Mr. Walter Bacaresa.
Yun na nga, totoo ito. Sapagkat, nung isang gabi pa eh. Mr. Chair, tama ba yun na natanggap kong Viber sa'yo na kaya wala ngayon sa ating pagdinig si COO Arnel de Jesus sapagkat nabasa ko sa kanyang sulat, katakot-takot na angioplasty, angiogram, kung ano-ano yung nakalagay sa sulat. Nasabi ko pa nga sa iyo, pabiro, Mr. Chair, bakit lahat ng mga tagapag-alaga ng PhilHealth funds puro may sakit? Pero siya ang nag-preside nito eh. Atty. Mangawang, nandyan po ba kayo? Hindi ba totoo ito, Atty. Mangawang, nandun ka eh. Nag-preside si Mr. De Jesus sa Exicom para pansamantalang mapalitan muna si Mr. Mas bilang OIC, ito yung Walter Bacaresa. Tama?
Sir, are you referring, sir, Mr. Chair, are you referring, sir, to the Execom that was held yesterday po? If that is the Execom that you are referring to, there was no discussion during the Execom meeting on the OICs. What happened, sir, is I forwarded to the board members the PowerPoint presentation made by EVP De Jesus on August 26, together with the suggested OICs of the suspended officers, and forwarded also the PDS or personal data sheet of this recommended. But the board's instruction was to submit the PDS, and these designations are subject to confirmation by the board, Mr. Chair.
Ang tinatanong ko sa iyo hindi ba totoo na si Mr. De Jesus ang nag-chair ng Exicom meeting?
Yesterday, yes po.
Kaya nga, pero nakakapag-attend siya ng Exicom meeting para tanggapin ang report mo, pero sa amin, ayaw niyang mag-attend. Yun ang gusto kong establish. Attorney Pucalan, hindi ba ikaw ang pumalit na OIC pansamantala, Senior Vice President Legal? Oh. Totoo, hindi.
Sir, that was the proposal, sir.
Proposal na naman. Makukulong ka na naman eh. Aminin mo nyo na kasi para...
Yes,
Ha?
yes, sir po.
Nakita mo na, Mr. Chair? Napakahirap kumuha talaga ng sagot sa inyo eh. Nagtitimpi na nga kami. Napakasimpleng tanong lang. Pagkatapos, ikaw naman, Mr. Mangawang, nagkukunwari ka pa kung ano-anong sinasabi mo eh. Ang dami sana namin gustong talakayin dito. Alam nyo, napaka-isang importanteng posisyon dito, yung actuary. Ang dami ko sanang gustong itanong sa kanya. Alam mo, si Miss Santiago, nakikita ko siya na napakapasensyosa niya nakaupo rito, kahit na paminsan-minsan lamang siya nga itatanong. Ang totoo niyan ang dami ko sanang gustong itanong sapagat napaka-importante ng posisyon na yan eh. Pero dahil sa pagsagot ninyo na paikot-ikot, takipan dito, takipan doon, nasasacrifice pati yung oras namin eh. Kasi may oras kami hanggang alas 2 lang kami rito o talagang gusto nyo patagalan para... Isa na lang, Mr. Chair.
Go ahead.
Sino po ba ang pinuno sa inyo ng Health Finance Policy Research Department?
Dr. Pargas?
Ikaw, Dr. Pargas?
Sir, dalawa po yon. The Health Finance Policy Sector, ako po yung sector head.
O,
The
yung
Benefits Research, the Benefits Development and Research Department is another department po, headed by a manager. Right now, it's acting senior manager, Dr. Melanie Santillan.
No, bilib naman ako sa Philhealth. Alam mo, nasa Section 22 ng batas na ginawa namin eh. Isa lang na departamento, ginawa niyong dalawa eh. Nakalagay Health Finance Policy Research Department. Walang sinabing dadalawahin mo ito eh. Pero kaya ako tinatanong ito, napaka-importante nung pananagutan ito. Halimbawa, sabi niya, dapat meron kayong research at saka studies sa development policies para ma-ensure ninyo ang viability, adequacy, and responsiveness of the program. Meron ba kayong research saka studies? Kasi bago ka sumagot, kukunin namin yan. Nasa batas ito. Dapat meron kayong research and studies para panagutan ninyo yung development program ng policies ninyo to ensure viability, adequacy, and responsiveness of the program. Review, evaluate, assess the program's impact on the access to as well as to the quality and cost of healthcare services in this country. Napaka-importante nitong mga ito. Meron ba kayong ginagawang ganito? Kasi kung wala, sabihin mo wala. Kung meron, kukunin namin yan. Kasi ito ang pagbabasihan namin sa lahat ng pinagtatanungan namin sa inyo kung bakit nagkagani-ganito ang health program ng PhilHealth. Meron ba o wala, Dr. Pargas?
Mr. Chair, meron po, part po yan ng development process.
Kaya nga, pwede mong isubmit lahat ang ginawa ninyong research and studies.
Pakisubmit na lang po, Dr. Pargas. Thank you, Honorable Marcoleta.
Hindi, ito pa. Ito.
I just want to... go ahead.
Kasunod nito. Dr. Pargas, merong isang batas na nag-amend sa Republic Act 7875. Ito yung Republic Act 9241. Siguro kabisado nito, lalong-lalo na si Attorney Mangawang. Hindi ba rito pinapananagot ang NEDA in coordination with the National Statistics Office and the National Institute of Health of the University of the Philippines to undertake studies to validate the accomplishments of the PhilHealth program? Alam po ba niyo ito?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Meron na po bang nagawang ganito na na-validate po ang program ng PhilHealth?
It would be health policy, Dr. Pargas.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to ask our corporate planning department who's under, siya po ang nag-handle ng mga reviews and oversight ng PhilHealth. Hindi ko lang po
Specifically, the study that should be undertaken by NEDA in coordination with National Statistics Office and the medical institutes of the University of the Philippines.
Meron po ba wala?
Mr. Chair, sa ngayon hindi ko po masagot, but I'd like to ask our corporate planning
No, but
department.
that's something, a project as big as that you would know. Anyway, Honorable Marcoleta.
Meron po, merong ganitong study na na-validate po ang accomplishments. Kasi ito lang pong magpapatunay, napalaki pong importansya sa amin ito. Pag naipakita ninyo ito, itong pagbabasihan namin tungkol sa accomplishments, kabuuang accomplishment ng PhilHealth. Kasi lahat po ng sasabihin ninyo, hindi ka panipaniwala. Siguro ito po.
Honorable Marcoleta, I apologize. We have several minutes to go. I still have some admin concerns to discuss with the committee.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you,
we
Mr.
will submit
Please
if there
submit
is-
if you do have that study. Pero hindi naman ako naniniwala na kasama yung Statistics Office, UP, tsaka yung ibang opisina, hindi nyo ma-recall kung may study kayo o wala. Anyway, for the additional resolutions by Brother Eddie Villanueva, our Deputy Speaker, and Congressman Domingo Rivera, resolution directing the appropriate House committees to conduct an inquiry in aid of legislation to the alleged corruption and funds management controversies that found the Philippine Health Insurance, Philhealth Corporation, with the end view of instituting necessary reforms for the effective